Today, we're doing catch and cook scallop linguine. I was just in Nantucket the other day and I brought back a whole bowl of shucked up scallops that I harvested there.
Oh yeah, score. Look at that, there we go.
And I thought, what better thing to make than some linguine? We made some while we were there with some friends.
Magnifique, perfect.
And it was so good, I thought I'd make a little thing for you and we'd show you how to shuck them and how to prepare them. And of all the shellfish, scallops was always the most mysterious to me, like where to find them, how to harvest them. So getting on these was one of my bucket list things. I was so stoked. I can't wait to get out there and do it again at some point. The actual meat of the scallop is just a muscle that holds the shell closed, unlike a clam. These guys have a much bigger piece of meat than the old clam, and that's what we're gonna be eating. Let's pop one out. I'll show you how they come out of there. So just like any other oyster or clam, if you go and you pull them out of your fridge and you've brought them home from somewhere and they're not closing back up, when you're tapping on them, they're no good. That one's no good. He didn't make the trip.
He's dead.
Hopefully we got one to show you. It's only been a couple days. Oh, that one just slapped closed. Now you hold it with the dirty side up. You can tell clearly the difference when you flip it over. This is the side that you can see the growth ring on. It needs a second growth ring and it needs to be 2.5 inches. We hold it with the dirty side up and put your knife in here. Give it a little twist. Slip the knife in across the top of the shell and sweep it across the top of the shell. That released the top side. There we go, nice and clean. The proper tool might have gotten a little bit better. I left a teeniest bit of meat there. And then you reach to the top edge here and you grab onto the guts and you pull those up and over the piece of meat. Pulling that off, take your little shucking tool and boom, you flick your piece of meat off into the bowl and there's our scallop. It's as easy as that. So that's about the average size of them right there. And as you can tell, and what that took me for time, this bowl took me about 1.5 hours to shuck, which isn't too bad for one good sized family meal, which we're gonna do today. So I'll do these up real quick and then we're gonna make some homemade pasta for our linguine. It's so easy to do, you're gonna love this. And if you haven't made pasta before, it's really, really easy, especially if you got a nice little mixer. If not, you can totally do it by hand. It's just a pile of flour, eggs, salt, 2 cups of flour. We're just gonna wing it. I know what consistency I'm looking for, so if you do it, maybe you want to go with the measurement, 2 cups of flour, teaspoon of salt, and then your 4 eggs for your first go around. Then next time, you know, you could just wing it. There we go. We're just going with feels like a teaspoon. Boom, give it a quick dry whisk. And then your 4 eggs. And the mixer does all the work. Once your cheap machine has kneaded it, oh yeah, gotta unlock it, well, you can knead it till it's nice and smooth and perfect, but it's a little easier sometimes to get that last step and just do it yourself by hand. It's satisfying. Makes you feel like you did it by scratch the whole time, even if you cheated with the first half. To speed the process up. So she doesn't stick. We're just gonna work it till it's all consistently smooth. If you look at it real close right now, see that right there? It's all kind of chunky. It looks like the surface of a biscuit or something. You want nice and smooth. Just push it down, fold it over and push it down. Just keep doing that until you got it. And normally you let it sit for about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, let it rest, everything congeal, I guess, or something. But I've never seen that much of a difference between letting it rest and just going for it. So I'm gonna just go for it.
I say that we just go for it.
We're gonna cut it into 4 pieces and turn those into our pastas. Roll it out because we gotta put it through our pasta maker. There we go, that should do it. This is the handiest part of having one of these mixers, having the attachments for it. I mean, whether it's this, making pasta, or making some sausages. I'm looking forward to getting a deer this year and making some really nice sausages on this thing. I got the sausage maker a couple of years ago that goes onto this. Still haven't used it yet. Now to start with, I always run mine through, make the gap a little bigger, and to the full size, a full 8, and then we just turn it on, And I'm just gonna make one real quick for you so we can just show you what it's like. Kind of hold back on it a little bit, stretching it out, and then again, let it kind of pull from your hands, and out comes your nice pasta sheet. So if you were making lasagna, I suppose you could use it like that once you're down to, I think, if I remember correctly, you want to get it down to about a 3 before you go and sticking it in the cutter. It's been a little while since I've made pasta, but as you can see, it's wicked easy. We throw on our pasta cutter, and out comes your pasta. How beautiful is that? That quick. And then we can take it like this, put it on a chopstick, find something to hang it on, and there you go. There's your first cluster of delicious pasta. Put the rest of our pasta ready. And there we go. We got our little rack of pasta. It makes enough for one nice little family dinner as long as you got something else to put on the plate with it. That'll be one. That was close. Wasn't quite how I meant for them to rest, but that'll work for now. We'll set those aside and come back to that in a minute. Let's cook up our pasta. This guy. Now this is fresh pasta, so you don't want to cook it to death. This is only going to take like 2 minutes. That means we can literally do our scallops at the same time and then mix the whole mess together. Grab a saucepan, put it right on here, put that on. Some garlic here. Olive oil in the pan, now that she's warm. A little green onion. Throw that in there. And our pasta water has come to a boil. We're gonna do a bunch of salt. You wanna salt your water good so that pasta has a lot of flavor to it. You don't want people sitting there at your dinner table dumping extra salt on things. You want them to take a bite of their food and just be so impressed that they just enjoy it the way it is. I can just take our pasta and put it right in there. Slide it off your little sticks. Gonna be pretty tight actually.
Too much linguine.
Because what's a meal without a little bit of vegetables, some broccolini, and some green beans? Because after I taste this, we're gonna take it downstairs and I'm gonna let the kids at it. Oh, now that we got that cooked down a little bit, our garlic, a little bit of oil, get some butter in there, and then time to add the scallops. The scallops are gonna cook really quickly, so for this to taste good, you don't wanna overdo it. You don't wanna just go and cook those down till they're like hard pieces of steak. There's a lot of life and a lot of flavor in them. You don't wanna overdo it. Drain our pasta. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? There we go. Look at that thing, it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now that we can, I'll move it over to the induction plate so I can control the temperature a little better. And get that one going. So we can put our broccolini and our green beans in there. Not trying to boil them so much as just steaming them up. So I'm gonna put those at the bottom since they're a little more hardy. And after about a minute, I will put in the broccolini on top. That's looking pretty good, so it's ready for our pasta. Get that into there. Almost looks like we need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Go with the rest of the butter in there. And now we'll add the broccolini. This is gonna be amazing. Let's see if it needs anything. That's it right there. Try one of these guys. That is perfect. Chop up a little parsley. There we go. A week's supply of parsley. Let's plate it. Oh my goodness, this smells so darn good. Girls are gonna love this. Parsley, or a lot of parsley. Go to. There we go, it's all plated up. All right. Lord, thank you for the catch. Thank you for the adventure. In Jesus' name, Amen. Yeah. So let's give it a try right here. Oh, we already tried it when it was in the thing. We know it's good. It's just now getting it with all the little stuff on it at the same time. Trying to get them with the chopsticks at the same time. This is so good. So easy, so much fun to do. And I love, clamming, oysters, things like that. If you live somewhere you can do that. They have little licenses you can get at your town offices usually if it's in season. Get on it, get out there, have an adventure with the family, and bring something home to make delicious for everybody. So I'm gonna bring this down to the girls. We're gonna have a delicious dinner. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I'll let Grant try it too before I run off with all the delicious food. Those little scallops are so amazing. Like I said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Fowler out.